Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to Tarot Tuesday. I see Amanda, you're already here. How are you, Amanda? How are you doing? I get you in Salem, you said? That's good. That's good. I have a little bit of a surprise sitting on my lap. I know. Um, I got a Mother's Day gift early, and if you're on my TikTok, Amanda, I know you are. If you're on my TikTok or my Facebook page, you've seen this little guy. His name is Cooper. He is a werepup, and I saw them, I should say, because they're a line. Hey, Allie, how are you? How are you doing? Hey, Angela. Hey, Alicia. How are you? Lori, what's up? So I saw these guys probably 8, 10 years ago, something like that, like at a Spooky Empire, and they used to be handmade, and you had to be on a waiting list. And well, recently somebody has figured out how to make more of them quicker, and so now you do not have to be on a waiting list, and they're very much cheaper than what they used to be. And my husband got me one for Mother's Day. So this little guy is Cooper, and as you can see, like his head actually like goes around like a baby. He is adorable. I absolutely love him. And the thing is that he kind of even like moves around like a baby, so you can like hold him like this. It's just weird, but I think he's the cutest thing ever, and I wanted to share him with you guys. I've got like a little part-time bassinet for him down here, and somebody told me to get like one of those carriers, and I was like, don't play, because y'all know I'll go out in public like that. All right. So, Allie, you've been a full-time nanny. What's up? How's that job going? Are you enjoying it? What's up with that? Angela, how are you? I'm okay. How's everybody? Yeah, how's everybody doing? Oh no, Lori, you can't hear. Can you hear now? Okay, all right. I was like, oh no. Well, Allie, if you haven't been on in a while and you haven't seen any of my updates, I no longer teach. So, bleh. And it looks like you still have moderator abilities. What's up, Allie? Who wants a card tonight? Who wants to have a reading? Let's talk about something real quick, though. Energy that's in the air. Has everybody else been feeling it? Have you been feeling like it's a nervousness, almost like jittery? Today was really bad for me. Today, it was just like a constant, like I was just shaking. And when I'd ask other people, like, how are you feeling today? And they're like, I don't know. I'm just nervous for some reason. We're all just kind of nervous. So, all right, let me make sure. Last time when I wrote it down, I did better. So we're going to write it down again, all right? Because I can't remember all of them because I'm got a bad memory. So we got Alicia. She's in there first. And then we have Angela R. We have Lori. Lori and Amanda. And then Angela W. Yes. Christine, what's up? I know, I'm human. I forget things, but I am, and you all know this, I'm so tough on myself. I am so tough on myself. You don't want a reading tonight. All right, that's fine. That's fine. You just wanted to say hi. Well, hello. How are you? I hope your week so far is going good. I'm having a strange work week. Like it's busy and slow all at the same time, if that makes any sense to you. So that's fine, Angela. That is fine. I will absolutely put you in there. Why did I quit teaching, Allie? Okay, so there's a lot there's a lot on why I stopped teaching. To put it in a very basic terms, it had become a very toxic work environment for me. And I deserve better. I deserve better, and I have better now. So, Allie, if you know anybody that needs to buy or sell a home in the Central Florida area, let your girl know, all right? Because I work for a realtor now, and matter of fact, I am a director of operations of a real estate group, real estate team, should I say. So, I know, it's crazy. I went from teacher to business, and I am really good at business. So it's like crazy all the teacher skills that I had, how they apply out to business and work really well in business. So I know it is amazing. Well, still, if you know anybody, we can refer out. All right. So just letting you know. I know, Lori, it's only Tuesday. But Allie, um, I have been. Maybe you guys can tell me. Maybe you guys can tell me what you think. There has been a wanting for me to kind of do a video on YouTube exactly the reasons why I quit. But there's so many other teachers that have videos out like that, so I'm like I would just be repeating what everybody else has to say. Yeah, you think I should do it? You know, Angela, that was what Allie, you need to let me know. Angela, that was one of the things when I first started job hunting. I was very distraught because I felt like all I was good at was teaching. Like I spent 20 years as a teacher. So I felt like all I was good at was teaching and had a very hard time looking for another job. Um, but I was able to get this offer with a realtor, and that was all she wrote. So my suggestion is start asking around, asking the people that you know. And if you don't have any luck, look into something called transaction coordination or transaction coordinator. All right. A transaction coordinator is somebody that does the paperwork for real estate. And I can't tell you how much those people are needed. Okay. So, Allie, I know it is my story. It is my story. And there are things that I will probably take to my grave. And then there are things that I so desperately want to say just to be able to get it off my chest. For instance, and I'm not going to say what the names were where I worked or anything like that. Those of you that know where I work, yeah. But they didn't care that I left. Got a chuckle and said good luck. So there's no love loss. It's fine. Probably, Amanda. You're probably right. Because there is definite closure needed. Definite closure needed. So, yeah. You know, Alicia, you know what's funny is you've heard of people saying, well, people that are abused don't talk, right? You don't talk because you're scared to talk about who hurt you. And even though like it wasn't a physical abuse or anything like that, but I still feel very much like I would be in the wrong by talking about it. That's weird, isn't it? It's weird. And when I realized that that's how I felt, that's when I realized like how toxic the work environment was. I was like, oh, I'm having a trauma response. Like, oh, this is bad. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. Allie, I'll have to talk to you about all that. Like, oh Lord. All right, let's get to tarot and telling the tarot. That's a little bit happier some days, depending on the cards. All right. Oh, all right, we were gonna go with Alicia is first. So Alicia. Alicia, it feels like rain where you are, and I don't think it's raining, but it just feels like rain. Like your energy feels like rain. If that makes any sense to you. I realize sometimes I say things and it's like an analogy, and it's an analogy that I understand that sometimes you might not. You got the Six of Swords, but the imagery is really interesting because it's a skeletal figure, and there's like a if you ever seen somebody get a brain scan, how they put like the grid on their face, that's what it kind of looks like. It's almost like you're getting scanned. You are analyzing yourself. Bethany, what's up? I'm so glad you finally figured it out too. All right, Allie. As soon as you know, actually, you know what? I'll message you. All right, I'll message you and we'll talk about it. All right. All right, Alicia. The card, like I said, it feels like a brain scan. It feels like you're analyzing yourself. Now I'm gonna read the guide and see what words pop out. But they're holding a book. They're holding a book, and they've got this grid on their face. So I really feel like this is a reflection of your own. Like maybe the book is your book, the one that you've written for yourself. Yeah. Let's see what your words have to say, Alicia. The moment has arrived to distance ourselves, to face change, and to move towards new ideas and solutions. The Six of Swords forces us to change even orientation, to find new expedients and new solutions in order to avoid easy and predictable solutions that also bring dissatisfaction, stagnation, or inability. Continue to row towards the voyage that you have decided to embark upon, bringing with you the weight of all the errors you have made, but that have enriched you and made you mature. That's what you're doing. So you are at this beginning part, and that makes sense. Considering all the cards that you've gotten up into this point, it makes sense because it has felt like you are moving towards something in particular. And right now, what it feels like is you're reviewing as you are moving, and you can feel it. You feel this movement, this positive growth, right? And as you're feeling it, though, you are reflecting on the things that have happened in your life. And you are at a point, though, that you're trying your best to see the growth within the mistakes, right? Don't get bogged down. Don't get bogged down by your mistakes. What you're doing right now with seeing the growth in those and seeing how it helped you get to a certain area, that's why you are having them come up right now. Not to remind you of any misfortune that you've caused yourself, but to remind you that despite this, you learned and now you're here, and this is a huge moment for you. All right. So that's what's going on right now. Allie, you got me. I love you. Thank you. All right. Beth, if you'd like to get a card, just say in chat I'd like to be put in queue, and Allie will put you in queue for me. Angela. All right. Angela, I want to specifically pull a card about your work path, because there's something that I keep coming back to, and I don't know why I'm coming back to it, but every time I connect to your energy, I'm circling back around to this. And I don't know if it's because it's a constant thought on your head or if it is a message that has to be told. Okay? All right. You having some lower back issues today, Angela? And I feel like there's a pet near you. Like you've got some type of emotional support, like furry thing. I don't know. It just feels like something's fluffy near you. Oh, oh, you got the Three of Cups. You got the Three of Cups. I love this card because it's three people, their cups in the air, celebrating, and there's a big heart at the table. So it's a celebration of love, right? But I was focusing mainly on your job. I wanted to know about your career. What's the deal with this? Are you going to find something that you enjoy? And this card comes up, the celebration, the joy that's in there. So I definitely think there's something around the corner. I'd like to read the words and see what word pops up for you. But this tells me that this is the stagnation that you feel right now is very short-lived. Very short-lived. The dynamic nature of the number 3 brings to this suit the feeling of emotions of triumph, a healing, a resolution, and the consequent celebration for what has occurred. If it degenerates, it can bring with it ambiguity, but it is not degenerating. Any difficulty whatsoever can be overcome without a problem. Therefore, do not allow fear to obscure your point. Ah, now I know. You have this. You are going to have this celebration, this, I'm getting what I want out of life, right? But what's holding you back, and what you've been asking yourself this, why can't I get ahead? Why can't I get that job? Why am I not being picked? Like there's all these whys, and what you're doing is you're speaking into the universe saying, "Hey, no." When you say why not, it hears not. You're not going to get it. So instead of thinking of things in a very like, why not me? Or why am I not being picked? Anytime you hear a negative thought towards the situation, change it. Change it to a positive thought. All right. And that's going to be hard at first. Like, that's going to be so dang hard at first. But try to change whatever comes into your mind, especially this week. Especially this week. Anytime, and this goes for everybody, if you have any negative thought this week, I want you to change it very quickly to something positive. All right. I want you to say, I didn't get this, or, I have another job lined up. So if a job interview doesn't pan out, instead of saying, man, I wish I would have gotten that, I'm sad I didn't, say, I have another job lined up. All right. This intention being spoken will help you get to where you need to be, and will help you celebrate what you enjoy. Okay. Lydia! What's up, Lydia? All right. Next, we have Lori. Lori. And if you've never been to any of my tarot, like Beth, I know you're new tonight. I know you've been watching though. But if you've not ever been in Q, there are certain people in chat that have been here since day one, and Lori is one of them. Lori is pretty much here, rain and shine, and she is our goodwill ambassador inside chat. So if you get in here, she's going to be like, hi, how are you? I love Lori's goodwill to everybody. That's right, Allie. Sometimes things that don't work out for you will work out for you. All right. All right, Lori. This in here is not hurting, just uncomfortable and very lightheaded and dizzy. Oh, and there is a lot. Like there's a lot, but it's a tired. I don't know. Your energy is different tonight, Lori. You did something different. That's why your energy is different. Okay. So you got the 5 of Pentacles. Oh, sorry, the 3 of Pentacles. And he's literally like watering the seeds that he's planted, and they are growing, right? And hey, Kayla, he's watering the plants that he's growing. So I really think that you've done something differently, and it's not an action. This is you started training your thinking. No, there is actions too. You've not only like spoke this into what is going, but you've also started to behave in a way that promotes growth. It promotes this security. That's what this is. This is a security. So whatever you've done in the last week, keep doing it. It's promoting your own security. It's promoting your own happiness. It's promoting your own growth. All right. So keep doing what you're doing. Wondering if it was working? Are you wondering if it was working? Yeah, it's working. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. All right. Next, we have Amanda. Amanda. Amanda, when I took that deep breath to kind of cleanse the energy so I could take in yours, as I was taking in that breath, though, I smell like baked goods for some reason, like cookies or a cake, like it's a sweet thing. I just smell like this really overwhelming vanilla and sugar. Were you baking today? Did you pick up something yummy you didn't share? Let's see. The World. Oh my goodness, you got the World. This card cracks me up because of the way that she's sitting on a globe, and for whatever reason, every time I see this, that dumb Miley Cyrus song comes on. It came in like a wreck. That every time with this card. Ah! Oh no. That's no bueno. I don't like that you can't have anything good today. Let's look at the World though. Let's see what words pop out for you with the World. The card of total realization. We knew this was coming. We knew this was coming with you, Amanda. Of expansion and achievement. The world brings with it a slow but constant determined evolution. And that's exactly what this past year has been for you. It's been a slow but constant evolution. You have constantly been growing into into someone that you are proud of and that you recognize as having worth. Uh, as if towards the transformation and discovery, a new balance at the peak of cycle. If this card presents itself at the beginning of a reading, it could bring up a problem connected to a difficult beginning of something new. And we are going to talk about that. Where premature realization is necessary before the action, a, a contraction of time with the risk of not being able to conclude. Okay, so I've got a mosquito in here. We're going to talk about the negative side of this. All right. The negative side of this, like, we all know growth, and you know this from this past year. You all know that growth comes with uncomfortability. In order for you to see this new evolution, this person you're involving into, there's one more very hurtful thing you're about to go through. Okay. But once you go through it, you'll look back and you'll go, I can't believe that I was her. I can't believe that that was me. I'm different now. And the difference will be a positive difference. All right. But this card is telling me that, unfortunately, you've got one more thing to go through. Okay. Is the job real? I'm gonna pull that real quick, okay, Amanda? Because you get in the world and then what's the one card I hate? It's the one card I don't like to pull for anybody. It's the Tower. Don't take that job. I mean, you can do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. I'm going to give you what I know about it, and then you make your own decision. I'm not making this decision for you. It's none of my business. Beth, yeah, the Tower's pretty bad. So, Amanda, you take this job, and the Tower is good and bad. You know, the Tower shows us that everything is about to crumble to your feet. Everything. But the Tower is good because of it wiping a slate clean. So here's my question. Is this the Tower about what you're moving from towards? So in other words, what you're experiencing right now, is it a complete destruction? And is the new job a regrowth from this destruction? Because if the job is a regrowth from this destruction, then I would say it was pretty safe, right? Either way, what you decide, you are going to, like I said, the world came up. So you're going to have one more dose of pain before you become your fully evolved Amanda. Okay. So one more dose. Take your choice. Is the job right now, is the career right now completely tumbling to the ground? And is this new job based off of that old one? That's what you need to answer. All right. And I can't answer that for you. All right. Angelina, let's get you. Bethany, that's you now understand what the tower then is. If you're saying that, that's exactly what the tower is. The tower is a complete and utter destruction. It You have to rebuild after that. You have to. Right before I quit teaching, I got a tower card. So, all right, Angelina. Before I get to Angelina, though, I saw Amanda's response. Amanda, the job that I have right now, I thought was also too good to be true. I really did. And I wake up every morning still thinking that. But I get to do the job. So sometimes even too good to be true is actually true. Okay? Angelina, I know you're at work, so you can't answer any of this. So I'm going to attempt to just let you know what I feel. Overwhelmed right now. And a bad headache. You got the strength in shadow. You got the strength in shadow. And I'd like to know your words. An excess of determination causes arrogance and possessiveness in the worst cases, repression and hard-headedness. What you being hard-headed about, Angelina? That word, man, that word was just so big and bright. Hard-headed. What are you hard-headed about? You're wrestling something. And like people are telling you, let it go. Just let it go. And you're like, no, I've got this. Listen, let it go. Really, honestly, truly. I know you think that you can't. I know you think that it is your responsibility to see this to the end. It is not. It was never your responsibility. Somebody dumped it on you. Don't pick it up. Let it go. Let it go. What's the worst thing that can happen? What's the worst thing to happen if you drop the ball? Somebody else has to pick it back up. It wasn't your ball. Let it go. Okay? That's your card. It's with a company that I found on Facebook. The gentleman said he was looking for full-time workers and volunteers. Amanda, there are a lot of people that need virtual workers now too. There's a lot of virtual work. A lot of virtual work going on. Maybe go and look on Google and see if there's any reviews for that company. All right, Allie. Allie, you have such a neat little energy. There is a perky, like, I don't know how to explain it. There's a little bit of a giddiness. Like you are in a good spot in your life. You are in a good spot that feels good for once. Now, does that mean that everything's trouble free? No, that's not life. That's not how life works. But you definitely feel like you are in a good spot. What is this about spiritual growth that I'm seeing? What is this about? Like, you've got a, like there's a blue and purple overlay. And for me, blue and purple are spiritual colors. Okay. So a blue and purple overlay. And I'm wondering, like, what is this? What are you? You don't know yourself. You don't know yourself. So you're having like these, I don't know how to explain it. Like there's just these thoughts that keep coming in your head and you're trying to like piece them out. What does it mean? Does that make sense? The lovers. Allie, you got some splaining to do. Allie, you have somebody trying to win your heart. Is that this? Is that this? And it's very funny that I said blue and purple because the male counterpart in here is wearing blue. So is this person spiritual? Is this person making you think about philosophy and life and the purpose of everything? You're still minding your heart, though. This person is trying to get to you. This person is trying to um, woo your intellectual and spiritual side. That's why I keep saying spirit. And you are minding your heart. You are guarding your heart. You're not sure. Take one day at a time. One day at a time. It's okay. Let them earn your trust. Let them earn your. Let them earn each brick they take down. Okay. A person that is truly, truly wanting to get to know you will take the time to get to know you. But this person is very spiritual. And as you know them, you'll have a different outlook on life based on this. All right. You just got into a new relationship. Okay. All right. Yeah. This person is spiritual. And I want to say like it is also kind of, I don't want to say like this is a soulmate, twin flame, or anything like that. Like that's not what I'm going with this. But I will say that this is a purposeful. Like this was supposed to be. All right. And this is supposed to be for a spiritual growth. All right. All right. See? Boom, boom, boom. Things that I shouldn't know that I do. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see. Ashu. Ashu is next. Hey, Destiny, how are you, gorgeous? Yes, you may be added. All right, Ashu. Ashu, you're feeling muddled. Normally, you're very clear to read. It's almost like looking through water at you. I can see the bottom through the water. But today the water is very murky. Um, the water's moving. You feel agitated. I see like algae in your water. And algae is not bad. It's decomposing the things that need to be decomposed, but like it's the way you see it. You just have a lot of murkiness today. Like you're processing things. That's what it feels like. Hey Clara, how are you? Ashu, I did pick the Page of Pentacles for you. Um, the murkiness feels like you're seeing a rainy day. Like you are seeing the need to save away, and that's why there's the pentacles. She's putting money in her purse, right? So you're able to kind of like save away the stability that you need, the security that you need. But you're doing so because of the trouble you feel. Like you feel like you need to save because of this troubled time. The message is you're doing it right. Like you are supposed to save, and that's not something you're doing wrong. Oh, it's a funny bone. It wasn't funny. You're doing the right thing by saving, but you're doing it for the wrong reasons. That makes sense. Stop. Don't stop the investing. Okay, don't stop the investing. And it feels like you're investing in yourself. Like you're putting stability away. Like I'm okay with this. And you might not realize that that's what you're doing with all these things that are kind of like self-care. You're kind of bolstering yourself. But it feels like, I got it now. Your guy just kind of like yelled at me. You're having trouble being you. You're having trouble being you. And there are things that you do that make you feel good. That's one in my purse. Right? I've got this coin and it makes me feel secure. Purse. I did my hair. There it is. These are the clothes I like. Right? But the murkiness that I feel is like this insecurity. Right? Of all the things that you are trying to bolster against. Like you see all these negative things in you. And so you're constantly trying to bolster your purse with the things that you do like. Address why don't you like these things about you? Is it really you that you don't like about you? Or is it something that somebody said that made you think you shouldn't like you? Got it? That's what the murkiness is. All right. All right, let's go with Lydia. What's up, Lydia? You do it every time. Every time we get to you, you're like, oh. I feel it. I feel it as a, oh, my Lydia. Oh, but Lydia, you've got a lot of weight. What's right here? What's to the left of you? I feel like there's something that you're messing with or have been messing with. Like it's a mindless, like you're mindlessly doing something on the left-hand side. Yeah, it's a mindless thing that you're doing on the left-hand side. Amanda, you're welcome. Lydia, there's a blank sheet of paper. You keep turning to a blank sheet of paper. And this is literal and figurative. Like literal and metaphorically. Okay, so like you have a page in your sketchbook that you keep wanting to draw something It feels like you've drawn a couple of lines and then you erase them. You've drawn a couple of lines and you erase them. And you don't want to draw any more lines because you're starting to see the lines and the erase marks. So you don't want to draw anymore until you know what you're supposed to draw. But every time you start to draw, it feels wrong. And that's how you feel about life right now. Every time you start life, it feels wrong. So you have this blank sheet of paper. You got the Four of Pentacles, but it is in shadow. Things aren't going your way right now. Things aren't going your way with any material thing, and that's put you in a funk. There are things that you want in life, things you want to do, things that you thought you would have. Okay, got it. You keep feeling like there's a false start. That's why I'm seeing the sketch pad. You keep feeling like there's a false start to your life. Like, oh, I'm about to start, and then something happens and it pushes you back in. Oh, there it is. I'm about to start, and then something happens and it pushes you back. So now you're kind of in this weird area where you don't want to move. You don't want to start drawing on the page just to erase it. You want to be sure. And because of all these false starts, you're not sure. It's just like the page that's in your sketchbook right now. It's just sitting there. Even if you draw a square, draw something. Leave it. Leave it. There's going to be more paper. Just like you have more life. You have plenty of life. Have 500 different false starts. It's okay. I had a 20-year false start. Okay? 20 years. It's okay. We have false starts in life over and over and over again. And when we stop thinking of it as a false start and we start thinking of it as a learning experience that helps me with the next cycle, that's when you start seeing that, oh, I am good at what I do. Okay? Stop looking at it as a false start. Write something on that sketch pad. Draw anything you want on it. Got it? All right. There's a doggo there. I knew it. It's like there's something fluffy. All right. Beth, are you ready? All right. Beth, my hands instantly got sweaty. I don't know if you're nervous about this or not, but my hands got instantly sweaty. And I feel like, and I don't know if I'm telling you not, but you got like a glass of wine. You got something in your drink. Like it's not just a drink, it's a drink, right? That's what I feel like. Girl, you're telling all my business. Right here. All right. Let's see. Ooh, you got the sexy skeleton. I'm just saying, it's fitting, right? Okay. You got the Queen of Swords, and I say the sexy skeleton because that's what she looks like. All right. So, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Decisions. She's got her decision on her back, man. Okay, so swords are decisions that you've made, right? Queen, depending on the reader and depending on the deck, the queen can be a literal woman or the queen can be just like feminine energy, right? So for you, when I picked this card up and I saw it, it was an instant, this is you, right? That's exactly what I thought. Like this queen is you, right? And you're carrying this sword on your back, but she's proud about it. Like there's been decisions and there have been battles, and yes, they're not over, but I carry this on my back and I know what I did, right? There's also these really beautiful flowers growing up around her, these beautiful yellow flowers. And so these yellow flowers remind me that there's friendships. And I feel like there's a lot new friendships blossoming right now. Um, she has two behind her ears, two behind her ears. So I feel like there are definitely two very close confidants that are always whispering advice in your ear. Yeah. The way that her facial structure looks, because there's a spade in the middle, it almost makes it look like a sad face, but also a determined face. And that imagery right there tells me that there are things, how do I put this? Because I've got a lot coming through. There's gold for some reason. I'm seeing gold over and over and over again. Um, and I'm being told that you would understand what gold is. Like who is giving this to you based on the fact that it's gold. Um, this advice is gold. Um, it's okay to be reflective. It's okay to be reflective. And it seems like the the theme for tonight is let it go. Um, you've got your sword. You've made your decision. You are confident in this decision making. You are a badass, right? Don't waver. That sadness, let that go. That doesn't need to be there. You have a lot of things blossoming around you. You have people blossoming around you. And that word blossoming is not just about friendships that you're making, but you are helping people grow, right? You're helping them. And because you're helping them, they see you as a friend as well. So everything that was supposed to happen happened. And you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Stand tall in that decision. Hold that sword on your shoulders and say, yes, this is mine. All right. So that's it. Sierra. I guess. I don't know. I work differently than most people. I know. Kayla. Let's get you. Let's get you, Kayla. I thought when I first got onto TikTok that I did this wrong. I looked at everybody and they were like, on TikTok and other forms of social media, you see them like doing their cards really fast and like they'll pop out. And I was like, that's not how I read. Um, and sometimes I read with the guidebook in my hand because the words are bold. So I thought I was doing it wrong. All right. Kayla, there's a pressure in this room. There's pressure. I feel pressure with you. I'm not sure why. Do you feel trapped? Kayla. Got the devil. Okay, you got the devil. I know that's so weird when people are like, "Oh, got the devil." No, it's actually, um, it can be seen as it's going to be seen. All right, the deal with the devil. Kayla, you feel like you're ready to make the deal. You feel like you're being pulled by puppet strings. That's what the devil does right here. You can see he's got like the little puppet strings and he is pulling the mariachis. Um, there is one that is despite having the strings pulled, they're still playing on. I feel like there is a male that is constantly pulling your strings. Constantly pulling your strings. And you're just playing on. You're just going on because there's nothing else you can do, right? I keep getting the make a deal with the devil. So what does that mean? What does that mean when I say make a deal with the devil? Do I mean to literally make a deal with the devil? Well, that depends on if you really know, if you really believe in the devil. I don't. So I would say when I say make a deal with the devil, this is somebody that has your strings, right? This is somebody that you work for, right? And that's why it's perfect that it's your job. Um, you need to communicate with that person. Don't be prepared that it's not going to go your way, but by voicing this, you'll find yourself in a different place of empowerment. All right? And that's what this is about. This is about empowering you. So voice it, try to make the deal. Either way, this is going to make you feel really powerful, and things will come of that confidence. It's when we start feeling confident in our abilities that we can no longer have our strings pulled. So that's what's happening right now. You're going to have to grow in confidence so that way you no longer have your strings pulled. Got it? Oh my goodness. Bethany, I just now got all of them. Like, oh my goodness. You're welcome, Kayla. You're welcome. I'm glad that it makes sense then. I'm glad it makes sense. But it definitely feels like a male energy. So I don't. All right. Next is Destiny and then Sierra. Destiny, the moment I'm connecting to your energy, a couple of things are hitting. Hit hard. There's an ache here. I saw children, and then there's an ache. Um, I want to say there's been a recent, like, just a pulling of this wound. My hands are starting to shake, and I feel a tear. There's anger behind this too. There's anger. There's anger and sadness. Got the Eight of Wands. And to me, it looks like it's screaming. And it was in shadow. Yeah, I'm doing yours, Destiny. Yeah, it's just here. The Eight of Wands is probably the fastest and most dynamic card of the suit. Its energy brings with it its great transformation, hope, and changes projected towards the future, but also unexpected or risky transfers. Only a change in direction could slow this down, causing some regret, uncertainty, or moderately adverse period. This is an absolutely favorable moment for a new creation or new project. Therefore, proceed quickly and make what you want to happen become real. You can't. In my head, I see the image of like hugging children, and it's color green. Like the color of the clothes are green. So there's something that, according to this card, there's something that you need to just go ahead and do, right? But what I'm feeling from you is this very extreme fear. Like if you do this, it could cause a repercussion that you don't want. You got to do this. You've got to look. Okay, there's a thing that you need to do. It's very scary. It's extremely scary. And it's very risky. Do your research. This decision, ask people, ask everybody. I feel like you need to take the risk, but I see the possibilities. I see the two outcomes. And if you take the risk, there is no guarantee that you're going to get the outcome you want. But taking the risk builds you. I can't tell you if you take this risk, you're gonna end up with what you want. I can't tell you that. I see both outcomes, because the choice for outcome A and outcome B, that choice is not yours. That action is not yours. There is nothing you can do to have that choice being made. Okay? In your favor or in the other way, there's nothing you can do at this point that will sway that choice. The swaying of that choice is going to come from another party. So you got to do what you got to do and do what you're most comfortable with. All right? Now I understand the fear. Like, it's scary. I'm terrified of this choice. And that ache. You're also very hungry because it's been causing you not to eat. You've lost 7 pounds. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm zoning out because I'm feeling all of your overwhelm. And it is bringing back my own understanding of the situation. I can't tell you that it's going to come out the way you want. I don't know the other decision being made. Just know that you are part of it, but you are not the final influence of it. And whatever this decision is that you're afraid of, will it heal you? Will making this decision heal you? Will it give you some of your power back? Will it allow you to have closure? That's what you need to figure out. All right? Yeah. Yeah, after that, yeah, the tower does happen. The tower absolutely does happen. All right. Now we are with Sierra. All right, Sierra, your turn. Why do I hear I've waited for this? I can't wait. Like it's just a very matter of fact. Like I've waited for this. am I getting that right? I feel like I need to take a deep breath. I'm very like busy. Just busy, 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 busy. From every direction, very different things, different tasks, just very busy. Um and the right ear, it's muffled. Like you got a headphone in it. Like you don't have one in your left, but like in your right, you've got like a headphone there. Because it feels muffled here. All right. That's if you're gonna take that class, I'll tell you how I know. Okay. I know that you're gonna be a student in the. Hopefully, I think you said you wanted to that class. I'll explain then. Okay, that's what it is. Because it's just like there's something here, and it's just I don't know. The Two of Cups in shadow. The Two of Cups has a set of lovers pouring into each other. Okay, they're giving each other time, but you've gotten it in shadow. So what this tells me is there's a relationship that you have right now, and it doesn't have to be intimate relationship. It doesn't have to be like a lovers kind of thing. Do I feel like that's a possibility? Yes. Um, I don't feel like you're getting poured into. That you're pouring, you are giving. But it's not filling his cup either. Right? It's not filling up the other person's cup. Like you're both giving, but you're giving of the wrong thing to each other. Does that make sense to you? Like, yeah, like you're it's not that neither one of you like the other person. It's just that based on past tendencies, you're not giving to each other because you haven't. It's not that you haven't learned like what each other needs. It's just that you haven't learned how to do that. You're perfecting it. You're trying to learn how to give to one another and receive from that person. And is that it? That's it. Oh, I got it now. That's it. You can't receive it, and neither can he. You're giving to each other, but you're not receiving it. You both feel unworthy about it. Yeah. But there's also like this little thing in the background. There's a little bit of an off texture to this. Like it's an uneven pour too. Like you're both missing each other, right? Because you don't accept it, but it's also an uneven pour. One is giving more than the other. First things first. So how do you fix that? First things first, learn to accept it. Learn to accept it, right? And maybe once you learn to accept it, both of you, it won't be an uneven pour then, right? Because one of you, and I want to say it to you, one of you is pouring more. And it's because you so desperately want to feel it. Like you want it. So you're giving more of it. Giving more of it isn't going to get you more of it. All right. So learn to take it. Right. One of the jokes that my husband and I have is that when we first started dating, Halloween Horror Nights was a big thing for both of us. And the first year they ever sold a tank top, and I wear tank tops all the time. The first year they ever sold a tank top, we had just started dating, and he's like, "Hey, let me get you that as a souvenir." And I said, "No. Did I want the shirt? Yes. Did I have the money to buy that shirt? No, I didn't. Could he? Did he have the money? Yes, he did. But because I wasn't used to receiving gifts, because I felt like I wasn't worthy of receiving gifts, I didn't allow him to give me that. And so very early on in our relationship, we worked on that. We worked on him, receiving the love that I have, and then also me receiving the love he has, and allowing him to spoil me and me to spoil him. When you are coming out of any type of relationship where that wasn't a thing, it's very hard. It's very hard. And this is what it feels like for you. Like you guys are unevenly pouring into each other. Learn to take the love. All right? And that's what you're going to do. You're going to learn to take the love. All right. Okay. Let's see what our guiding card is. And by the way, tomorrow for Whip Wednesday, tomorrow we are finishing this guy. You remember this is our travel tic-tac-toe set. These little guys will have magnets in them so they can slip in there, and one set of skulls will be sugar skulls and the other one will be just plain. So you'll have something fun to have in a car ride or maybe just sitting on a table. But if you are here tomorrow when I finish it up, whoever's in chat, I pull a name and send it off to you, okay? So let's see. What is our guiding card for the week? Temperance. Oh, Temperance. Temperance is about balance, right? Right? See what word we have coming out for us. Temperance. We've gotten balance a couple of weeks in a row. This card is protection, healing, and circulation. It forces us to mitigate, to find the middle path, and to add something valid that is capable of placating to avoid traumatic cuts. Sacrifice. We're all going to require a sacrifice this week. I say that and this sounds awful, right? It sounds like it's time for a sacrifice. Okay, no. What that means though is that yes, we are going to have to sacrifice a little bit of our time in order for us to have that healing and that protection that we need. We might need to sacrifice a workload. We might need to sacrifice a conversation, right? We might need to give up something, even as much good as it brings us, as much joy as it brings us. There is a balance that we need this week. We need to protect that balance. We need to work on ourselves, heal some of the things of ourselves this week. And remember what I said at the beginning of tarot tonight. This week is especially important because of astrological events. Especially important that you don't say anything negative. Don't put negativity out in the world. You will get it back this week, all right? You will make a self-fulfilling prophecy this week. Don't do that, all right? This week, we need to be able to hold our tongues. And for some of us, that's a big sacrifice, right? Hold our tongue and bring into this world what we really want, what we really want to create for our reality. All right, my lovelies? All right. till next Tuesday when I bring the cards out again. But tomorrow, like I said, I'm here for Whip Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get that done. All right. So until tomorrow, be happy, be safe, and remember that I love you. All right. And I'll see you guys later.